Hi, this is John Harcher, and welcome to episode 48 of Left Turn at Albuquerque. We finish up Tom and Jerry in the 60s with the Chuck Jones cartoons from 1966 and 1967. Plus, we'll take a look at their TV shows, full-length movies, and a few more cartoons with input from a couple of guys named Hanna-Barbera. On to 1966. Duel Personality was released on January 15th, co-directed by Noble and co-written with Maltese. Tom's latest pursuit of Jerry turns into a series of elaborate duels after both competitors adopt the manners and customs of old-fashioned swordsmen. Their battle quickly escalates into a contest of increasingly dramatic challenges involving all kinds of weapons. From back in his Warner's days, Chuck enjoyed placing familiar characters into unusual situations, allowing the duel's exaggerated etiquette to become just as funny as the slapstick itself. June Foray actually provides the vocals, as it were, for the duo. Mel had some stock laughs used. This is the first cartoon with music by Dean Elliott. All the previous ones had music by Eugene Podney. Jerry Quite Contrary came out on February 17th. Co-directed by Noble, but Chuck just did the story. It's all in a mouse's night, little Genesis reference there, as Jerry constantly sleepwalks, keeping Tom on his toes all evening. Even when the mouse tries to stay awake, it just doesn't work out. Now Chuck went back to Mouse Wreckers once more for this final gag right here. Okay, on the Chuck Jones collection, Disc 2 starts here. Jerry Go Around was released on March 3rd, this time directed by Abe Levitow, with story by John Dunn. Podney's back on music. Jerry's attempt to escape Tom leads both characters into a circus where Jerry befriends an elephant by pulling a nail out of his foot. Mice seem to do that a lot, you noticed? When Tom catches up, the elephant protects the mouse like Dumbo's mother. This is kind of the flip side of Jerry and the elephant. Instead of the elephant being in Jerry's milieu, it's the opposite. Levitow was in Chuck's unit at Warner's and directed some cartoons over there, and much like those, his direction closely follows Chuck's style with a few little touches here and there to differentiate himself away from his boss. And on top of that, Abe was the director of Gay Parade, so he had that going for him. Love Me, Love My Mouse possibly came out on April 28th, co-directed by Ben Washam and written by Maltese. Toodles is back in a more Chuck Jones-styled appearance. Tom once again gives Jerry as a present, but she falls in love with him so much he turns into his protector. The mouse plays up this angle to no end, but ends up in trouble when she discovers he's quite a tasty little morsel. This is the first time Toodles has shown up since the Hanna-Barbera days, and basically the last, at least as far as the theatrical shorts go. Puss N Boats was released a week later on May 5th, again directed by Levitow, this time written by Bob Ogle with music by Carl Brandt. It's back to the boats with the duo conducting hijinks on the high seas, this time revolving around a cheese shipment and a shark who can't help but join in on the action. You can kind of think of this as a slow-motion version of the Speedy Gonzales and Sylvester cartoon. At one point, they actually thought about calling this cartoon Saltwater Tabby, before remembering they'd already done one with that name. But it wouldn't be the last time Chuck would try to poach a title.